Hello, YouTubers. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Thank you for all the support that you've given throughout till date. Really sorry for the big gap in between the updates of how the trades have been going on and the analysis on the indices. But I'm back. I have had to deal with a lot of personal commitments in the past few weeks and also trading in the zigzag stock market. It's been quite hectic for me. So finally I got time, and I hope to be very regular with my content going forward. Also, I would like to let you guys know that there is a very special announcement at the end of this video, so please do watch it till the end. Today we are going to be discussing, or rather I would just like to share all the trades that we've done in March and so far in April on the equities, and how many we have booked at what percentage, how much returns that we have booked on the total capital invested, and also the indice analysis for the rest of the week, including the expiry and the month-end expiry, where I think the market will be going and why. A lot of indicators that I've been reading throughout, and I have a target set for where the market is going to be finishing at this week and the next week expiry. So please watch the video till the end, and please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.
So everybody, in the month of March, we didn't have much activity. We've recommended about a few trades, from which 5 were booked in the same month. Here's a little brief study about those stocks. 2nd March had recommended Z Limited, and we booked it at 6.41% in 7 days. And then a few days again on 22nd March, where the systematic investment plan that I manage on my account, where I take a few quantities and I target 5% or more. In If they close in red for the day after 3 o'clock, I just monitor these stocks, and if they are negative in the holding, plus if they are more than 2% down on the same day, I add some more quantity and I wait for the swing. So the same thing happened in Zeal. As you can see, on 2nd of March, I took it at 234.8. On 9th of March, it gave 249.85%, 249.85, which is about 6.41%, where I booked it at. Then on the 22nd of March, I bought in again, and I kept averaging down wherever I got the opportunity, and it came down to 248.25. And 23rd March, I think, was the day where it really rallied well. I closed it at 281.65 with a gain of 13.45%. So on the same stock in the same month, I booked around almost 20%, you could say, 19.86 to be exact. I've traded the stock 3 times already, and I've managed to book profits over and above 5%. DLF, I was looking at some consolidation in the stock on the down move, and I booked it at 4.88%. No regrets over there. It took 1 day to book that. It took 7 days again for the same stock to book at 4.88%. L&T Finance Holdings, this also gave a good return of 10.45%. Yes, I did exit a little early because this rallied another 15% more. I have no regrets because I already got 10% plus from the same stock, and I have traded the stock 3 times already since I started my systematic investment plan strategy. This was also booked in 6 days, and then there is Mother Sumi as well, which I've traded also 5 times till now, and I've booked over 5% every time. So all in all, March was a very quiet month because it was more of a recovery. It was actually an opportunity if we had free capital to buy on dips, because the recovery that happened was very quick and very beneficial. So no problem. We'll look out for the next opportunity, and now we'll go to April. In the month of April, we've had a recommendation of 22 stocks, which I saw a swing, a possible swing taking place. Some stocks were booked quite quickly actually. 8 stocks of these 22 were booked in the same month for April, and we started with Mahindra and Mahindra giving 5% exactly at 8.55. I might take that again because there has been some downside to the stock, and I think it's a great opportunity to buy on dips again. Uh, let's wait for it to consolidate and take a good support at the lower levels, and then I'll buy in. I'll probably have a systematic investment plan on that as well, where I keep adding on every dip. So Mother Sumi again in April I traded it as I did in March. I booked it at 3.7%, and ICICI Bank also 3%. And if you see, I booked these in a very short period of time. The fastest profit that I got on the same day was SMC Global. Now, what happened with this stock was it was the spread of the market between the seller and the buyer was quite big. So what I thought, I'm booking it at around 3.5%, when the market sell-off happened and the orders got pulled back in the buy side, meaning the buy volume was quite low. So where it was 3.5%, it actually ended up at 2.7%. I said, okay, no problem. But profit is good. That's good enough for me. So that was the same day sell off. And Uptown, this was a small cap stock, and this also gave a good return of 6% plus in 5 days. So there are quite a few more pending, and these are being averaged down every time I see an opportunity. Infi and Wipro also have come down quite a bit. Tata Motors and Tata Power also. I will look to add some more quantity on these in the coming days. So if I have to analyze my moves for March and April, in March a recommendation of 15 stocks where we booked 5 at an average of 8.49%, which are the same month closures. What I took in March, I sold in March. 5 out of 15, so those were 8.49. In April, 22 stocks were booked. I only showed the same month closures for April, that is at 8 equities. So the total of 22 stocks that were booked in April averaged to 4.46% returns, and that's pretty good. Given that there are still about 8 to 9 sessions left for April, and average of the same month closures was at 4.4% from the stocks that I booked. So it's been a good run for the month of April. Probably hoping to cross about 15 same month closures if possible, given that I have the opportunity to average down on quite a few stocks. There was a shocking fall today, which took a lot of equities down by at least 3 to 4%. So that's something I will have to optimize on. Let's see what holds ahead for the equities. Let's go on to the indice analysis now. On the indice analysis, if I have to see Bank Nifty first, Bank Nifty on a daily time frame has shot up due to the HDFC Twins making an all-time high. Not exactly an all-time high, but the way they moved 10% on the same day, 10% plus, took Bank Nifty to a good level. But there was a little resistance faced at this level. This was where the rejection happened, and it happened once here, happened once here, and happened once here again. So 38,500, 38,800 is the resistance to look out for. On the downside, yes, there are pretty much some small gaps to be filled. This is one area, and this is one area. I think the gap has been filled today due to that sudden sell-off that happened. We have a quite a decent gap on the upside. Now, open interest data is a little, I'm not able to read it right now because just 2 days ago the calls were not written at very high levels, but then suddenly today there was heavy unwinding on the put side, and heavy loading on the calls, writing on the calls. So let's leave open interest aside. But I see that this is where probably we will see a price action if 36,500 is the opening that happens tomorrow. We can see some upside at least towards 37,000 levels. I see the closing at this expiry in the zone of 36,800 to 37,200. So I hope that is possible and true, because the positions that I'm holding on the calls and the puts, that is the target I'm looking at. So Bank Nifty has shown some direction, and it's a breakdown. Probably if there is more downside, it will go up and reject this level one more time, cover the gap, and probably come down again. So we'll have to wait and watch for that. Going on to Nifty 50 now. So Nifty 50 has a bigger red candle when compared to Bank Nifty, and that is engulfing the previous doji over here. So that is a sign of worry. It has taken support in this area. Now, the crucial thing over here is the last support below this is at 16,600 levels. So we are only 300 points away. If it does not open above the 17,000 level and sustain and move up, we will probably see a breakdown into the 16,800 and 16,600 zone over here by this expiry. 17,000 is the crucial level. 17,000 is a psychological level, it's a round off level. So any movement above that, we can see some recovery towards the upside, supported by IT and banking.
Hi guys, so thank you for watching the analysis, and I hope that you make the best decisions in your trades going forward for the coming expiries, and also pick the right equities. The announcement that I wanted to make was that a lot of people have been approaching me for training, and what are the indicators that I use, and how do I apply them, and they were ready to pay me. So money is not the factor here. It's just that the learning that I can help share with people to make better decisions during trading. Of course, trading in the stock market is a risky business. It's all about how you calculate your trades and how you calculate your entries and your exits. So very soon there will be a platform that I will be launching, and that will be having the courses and lessons of how I pick my trades on equities and how I manage positions on futures and options. So stay tuned for that. That will be launching very soon, more sooner than you think actually. So keep those emails coming, keep those queries coming. My WhatsApp number is mentioned in the description of this video and all the other videos. Any questions, any queries that you have, please do email me at the email address given in the description as well. Also on that platform, I will be having a forum where I will be posting the trades that I'm taking, and what are the calculations that I've done before taking the trade. So all of you can follow and learn from how I trade and how I take the positions and how I plan the exits. So looking forward to sharing that with you very soon. I'm really excited. There's been a lot of time and experimentation spent behind this platform, and I hope it benefits everyone who signs up for the access. And I hope to impart as much as learning as I have learned throughout my journey with the stock market. And be tuned for future videos, and I'll be sharing the analysis hopefully very regularly of how the trades will be the next day. And thank you for all the love and support, and all the best.